Good morning. We are up to day 14 of Reps for Rona. And you know what that means? A lot of people who were coming back into the country, like for example, my friend Justin, we were having a conversation this morning. He had to go into self-isolation for 2 weeks. And since we're up to day 14, that means 2 weeks. 2 weeks of doing Reps for Rona. If you've been following along for every day, you've been doing the movement. If you're watching this in the future, this series is doing 10 minutes of movement every day while the coronavirus is alive and taking over the world basically, and everyone's indoors. It's paramount that even though you're indoors and a lot of people are on house arrest, it's that you keep moving. What does it do? Helps boost your immune system, and plus it's fun. So today on the menu is we are adjusting as needed. The last few days we've done a lot of tense exercises. I explained this in a previous video about life being like an accordion, same with the body. Some exercises tighten the body up and other exercises loosen them. And so today we're adjusting as needed. I woke up this morning feeling a little bit tight, and it's still morning. It's almost lunchtime here really, but this is the theme today is adjusting as needed. This is going to be 10 minutes of wake up stretches. I like to get moving as soon as I get out of bed, or really just any time I've been inactive. So whether you're just getting out of bed or you just decided you want to get moving for 10 minutes, these are some stretches / movements that you can do any time of the day. But let's get started. We've got 10 minutes on the clock. We'll start off with the lunge kneel, then we'll do the Shin underbody, a Jefferson curl, squat reach, and then arms crossed underbody. So let's get started. Whole body, we're trying to mobilize here. This is if you're just a little bit too tight, you've gotten out of bed and you want to get moving. So let's come to the ground. We're starting with a lunge kneel. Now you can start off like this. This is probably the first stage that you'll get to, is just have one knee back, one knee forward. In my case, I'm doing the left side for the first round. If you want to go more advanced, you can put your elbows on the ground. What we're trying to do here is we're not really staying static. We're moving around. So try and look behind your knee and come this way. Look towards your foot. Just trying to get our bodies moving. And now, I've set this up to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for the sake of 10 minutes, but this is something that you don't necessarily have to, you can take as much time as you want, especially with mobility. In fact, it feels better the longer you do it. It's like a relieving pain. The next one we have is Shin underbody. Remember, for the first round of this, 5 exercises, we're doing the left side. So this is where we're going to get our leg horizontal underneath us. Now, you might, if you're a bit tight, you might have to start like this. But if you've had some practice, you can move your leg up, hold your right hand on your left ankle, and we're just going to sit here, go back and forth, looking forward, a deep breath. If you're feeling it in your hip here, try and breathe into that hip there. Again, keep moving. We might even hold these for a little bit into the rest period, because that's when most of the benefits start to come after you've gone through that little bit of, and what I need to stress here is that I'm not holding it in any one position. I'm digging around. I'm adjusting as needed, finding the parts that need a bit more stretching than others. See, that's a nice tight little bit there. So I'll just squeeze my glutes there. Exercise. There we go. There was a full minute. I've got to check what the next one was. Now, Jefferson curls. This is one of my favorite ones ever. If you have a weight here, you could stand up on the elevated platform and then hold the weight in front of you. But what we're going to do, head forward, touch your chin to your chest, and we're going to bend our spines as if we're bending every vertebrae one by one. And then all the way to the bottom, the slower the better. Touch the ground if you can. Rest. We're going to keep going through the rest for this one, and then curl back right up to the top. You can also reach up to finish this one off, and then come down, hands to your chest, chin on chest again, all the way down, stretching out to the bottom. And now when you're here, you can shake it out like you're a broom, hands are brushing the floor, and then curl right back up to the top. Oh, beautiful. I'm feeling better already. Getting jumping and jiving, and now we have a squat reach. Now, this one's probably a little bit advanced. If you can hold this one here, we're gonna reach up. But again, if you can't, just hold a squat like this, reach up to the roof. But I'm gonna go right down to the bottom, grab a heel, reach up. Same thing to the other side. Reach up, nice and slow. Deep breaths. We're gonna go all the way through the rest again. You could even hold just a squat here and then just move around. The goal here is just to mobilize. We've just gotten out of bed, lying flat. You may have to do a little bit more of a warm up to get this deep in a squat if you've just gotten out of bed, or maybe you've been sitting down all day. You just wanna do some wake up stretches, some wake up movements. You're going, hey body, let's feel what it's like to be here. There we go, beautiful. So now we're gonna do arms crossed under body. I'm gonna go with my left one in front. So come down onto your forearms, put one in front of the other. My left arm is in front of my right arm. And I'm gonna roll side to side with my arms underneath my body. And you can even hold it here. We're going to cross over. Look at all the dog hair on my ground, on my floor here. My puppies have been coming in and out like it's no tomorrow, but that's okay though. This is beautiful. Hold it. We're gonna hold it. A really deep breath into the back of the shoulder. And then on the exhale, let's sink down. Try and get that forehead to the floor. Hold it.
Exercise.
Beautiful. Now, we're gonna come back into the leaning lunge. So this time my right foot is forward. We're alternating. So remember, if you can't get your elbows on the ground, you can come here. I want to emphasize the fact that you keep moving, look behind, look at your foot, look over your knee, then come to the other side, look back to your foot. If you can, go to the ground with your elbow. So I just found out that this side is a bit tighter because my elbow doesn't touch the ground as easy, but that's all right. That's what we want to work on. So I'm going to come round, look behind my shin, or try to, that is, and then reach over, look at my foot, come back to the middle, hold it there, work out that nice tight hip, adjust as needed, find that tight part. I like to call it cleaning out the cobwebs. I'm finding the cobwebs, finding the rust in my ball joint, and then getting rid of that rust. So now we've got the right leg with the shin under the body. Same thing again. You can sit down on the right side of the glute, hold your right ankle with your left hand, and then we're just moving around again. If you can come forward, lie down like this, but you don't have to, of course. You can just sit up like this, try to get your leg parallel.
Rest.
And we're gonna hold it through the rest period as well. So that way we're getting about a minute or so on each of these, at least twice. But for the ones we're doing the single side, it's about a minute at least, and that's a good amount of time. 60 seconds is probably the sweet spot. If you want, you can, if this is feeling good by the end, I mean, it's feeling great for me now. Just to get active, get moving, get rid of that tightness in the body, you know, and then when there's tightness in the body, there's tightness in the mind. All right, we're back to Jefferson curl. So standing up straight, chin on chest. Deep breath. We're going right down, just sinking down. Can you touch your toes? Can you touch the floor? Can you get your elbows to the floor? No, I'm kidding, I can't do that. Little swivel when we're down here, because we're playing around. Come up. Not very structured, just nice and slow. Deep breath up the top, let's come back down. Breathe out so you can hear it. I want to be able to hear it. Very nice, keep it up. Getting mobilized, just woken up. Getting the blood flowing a little bit. Nothing too strenuous. Just moving.
Exercise.
Feeling good for being able to move. We've got the squat reach. Let's come down. You can hold the squat if you want. Left ankle, right arm to the sky. Right ankle, left arm to the sky. Hold it, back down. Reaching. Excellent. Keep it up. This is one of my all-time favorites.
Rest.
We're gonna hold that there. Nice and deep squat hold if you can. If you can't do a squat hold like this, maybe you wanna hold on to something and just use this as a leverage so that you don't fall backwards. And then just work on moving around. Stretch out those hips, stretch out those ankles. Come up into a nice tall position. Deep breath to tell your body that this position is okay to stay in.
Exercise.
And we're back. We've got the final one, which is arms crossed under the body. I'm putting my right arm in front of my left one this time. And we're going up like that. We're gonna spend the first 30 seconds rolling back and forth. See, I think this is underrated. Just the value of being on the floor and rolling around. We could even just go like this just to mix it up. Come up, come back down, right arm in front.
Rest.
Now for the last 30 seconds, we're gonna hold the right arm in front and just sink down. You know, my friend Don is really flexible. He can get both of his arms fully flat in the ground and then his face is basically touching the ground. Whereas I find if I've been sitting at a computer desk for too long, like that one, training machine learning model, my shoulders get really tight and this position is kind of painful to begin with. One big breath, hold it in till we hear the victory.
Done. Great workout.
Oh, listen to that.
And 7 seconds exercising.
How good. I mean, that was 10 minutes, but I could definitely keep going with that. So we started off with the lunge kneel, alternated. You might want to do 2 sessions of that so that way you get at least 2 minutes per leg. Then we did the Shin under the body, the Jefferson curl, chin to chest. So important to get that spine mobilized, squat reach, and then we did the arms crossed under the body. Now the metaphor or the theme for today is adjusting as needed. I think that's what the whole world is doing. You see, a really loser way to think is by always saying to someone, you could have done that sooner. And I think that's what's happening a lot right now. You see people trying to make decisions, doctors, politicians, everyone, leaders. Of course, every decision you ever made, you could always say with any of them, you could have made that decision sooner. What I think is happening right now is the world is adjusting as needed. Just like what we're doing. We're getting out of the bed, we're feeling a little bit tight, and then we're doing this workout to adjust as needed. So leave a comment below. How are you? How is your lifestyle adjusting as needed? Have you been following along with the 14 days? What other kinds of workout would you like to see, if there are any? But otherwise, keep moving, adjust as needed, mobilize, unclog the body, unclog the mind. I'll see you tomorrow.